Hi. Hope you've had a great weekend. It's Monday here. We got a stunning day outside. Of course, you know, done my outside things. Went for a walk first thing and been and done yoga and everything. So really nice day. But I need to be inside doing a few of these. So what I'm going to do first is the Gwinganna seed and nut, or nut and seed bread. Nut and seed bread. And it's really easy. You make the mixture and then just leave it to sit for 2 hours before you bake it. So let's get on to that, and I'll talk through some of the things as we're going. Line a loaf tin. Right, so I've done that. Done. I've lined it with this, okay? It says with baking paper, but I'll get I'm obviously going to have a few creases, if you like, in here. This is what I'm using. So you can use it to wrap up, you can use it to seal, and you can use it to bake. So I don't have to use, even though my baking paper is compostable, I've got it. So that is ready to go. And of course you don't have to put the oven on because it's got to sit for 2 hours. So flax seeds. Flax seeds are the same as linseed seeds, just these little brown things here. You probably can't see that very well. Anyway, let's put them in. Here we go. Spot on. Pop my lid on. Check it's not damp underneath. No, that's all good. 10 seconds, speed 10. All right, so they've been milled right down into a flour. Actually going to scrape down a little bit here. Here we go. Remembering to tare always if you've taken the lid off. 70 grams of mixed nuts. So this is just in a honey pot. We have lots of big honey pots in our house. It's a shame they don't do them in glass, but they don't, unfortunately. Most 3 kilo honeys, and a lot of honey gets it in here, in plastic. Anyway, let's put 70 grams of mixed nuts in. Here we go, 73. Yum. It's going on 1 second, speed 6. Next, we've got quinoa flakes. Hoping I've got enough of those, because they're quite light. Should be fine. Remember to get some more of these. All right, pop the lid on those. 70 grams of sunflower seeds. There we go. $70 grams of pepitas. So I did go to the source on Friday. Fill that. $25 grams of psyllium husk. Used a lot in gluten-free baking. Okay. 1 teaspoon of sea salt. $45 grams of macadamia oil. I don't have macadamia, but I do have hazelnut oil. And if you don't have either of these, if you're a mayonnaise maker, you've probably got some, oh goodness, hang on, let me just look. I forgot the name of the oil. the grapeseed oil. So it wouldn't have a strong flavour, or a very lightly flavoured olive oil, all be fine. In fact, I'm going to have to use a little bit of that grapeseed. All right. Bit of grapeseed. Always have some grapeseed on, so you need to get some more of this for mayo. Have it in the cupboard, ready to go. There we go. 20 grams of honey. Now, I don't know if this is raw, but this is delicious, really yummy honey. Not quite sure. I just have to put some in and see how we go weight-wise. Oh, it's actually quite a solid honey. Okay, I need to save again. Oh, what a shame. I had to lick my finger. Really delicious, this one. Yum. 350 grams of lukewarm water. There you go. My lid back on again. 15 seconds, speed 1, reverse. So why it sits is that water is going to absorb, it's going to be absorbed into the quinoa and the psyllium husk, and it's going to, so there's no eggs in this. It's a vegan loaf, just full of really great nuts and seeds and things. So nuts and seeds are really good for you, particularly seeds, because it's the kernel, it's all that nutrition that's going to generate the plant and make the plant. So it's full of really good stuff. So this bread, Gwinganna, if you didn't know, because I didn't know before this collection came out, is a health retreat in southern Queensland. And there's some spectacular recipes in the collection, which I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, here we go. I need to give that a little bit of a manual move around too. Just to mix it all up. Speed 1's not very fast when you want to have the top mixing with the bottom. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pop that into my tray. It's going to work all right, and it's not going to fall down on me. And what I love about this is I actually make it. I freeze, well, I slice it and then I freeze it, and I just pull out slices. I don't have bread all the time, but you know, sometimes you just need it if you want to have, you know, smashed avo or something like that. Something to put on it, really. So, yeah, as I said, I make this, I slice it, I freeze it, and then pull out a slice or two as I need them. Now, the usual turbo trick, just to make sure I've got a little bit left around the blades. But before we do that, we'll just have a quick look. Cover and set aside for 2 hours. Preheat the oven to 160 and bake the bread for 45 minutes. Turn it out. Oh, turn it out. Remove your lining and bake for a further 30 minutes. And let it cool. Delicious. Anyway, turbo. Remembering with turbo, you have to get out of turbo before it will release the lid. Hit the home button, releases the lid. And there we are, we've got a little bit more here to scrape out. All right, so I'm just smoothing that down, and I'm going to cover it up and just leave it for 2 hours. So it is nearly 1 o'clock. So 3 o'clock I can bake that. There it is. Okay. Now, before we finish up, I'm just going to check. Oh, hopefully it'll be there. Oh, let's get this right first. Share my screen. Show the Gwinganna collection. So I haven't made everything in here. I have made that, and that is absolutely delicious. The turmeric chicken with coconut cream and green beans. The only thing I would say, so you make a lot of the mixture in the Thermomix and then you cook it on the stovetop. And they use bone-in chicken. I know we're very lucky and we can get chicken thigh fillets, and honestly, that's what I used. I mean, it's a hard one, isn't it, really? So I guess in some ways I should buy it with the bone in and then use the bone to make stock, which I would do if I had the bones. But it's so much easier to eat when it's been filleted already. But there you go. That one is delicious. I haven't made the biryani. That's the nut and seed bread. I haven't made any of these others. Oh, no, I have. I made the mushroom pate. That was really good. The pumpkin and seed porridge sounds really good, but I like, you know, if I'm thinking porridge, I want it quick. Oh, come on. Let me sign me in, log in. All right, because you do some soaking first. You soak your rice and your seeds and everything, but then it takes 40 minutes and then another 30 minutes. So I guess you could make it in advance and then use reheat mode and heat it up. And just say you need a blade cover for that. So, all right, let's go back out of there. And I haven't done the polenta and I haven't done this, which looks interesting, I have to say. So dates, coconut, macadamias, pepitas, desiccated coconut, coconut oil, coconut cream and honey, raw berry jam, and then a nut and coconut topping. Very coconutty, I'd say, but it does look pretty good. So that's just another taste of some of the Gwinganna recipes you can find if you just put Gwinganna in the search. And I'd love you to try, you know, if you like gluten-free, but it doesn't even matter if you like gluten-free bread or not. This is a really healthy bread. I was talking to someone who'd been to the retreat and I said, oh, I've made their bread. She said, no, they don't do bread there. And I said, well, actually they do. She said, oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's really good. So it's a really healthy option if you don't want to have wheat and, you know, all the other grains, which is fine if you do. But if you don't, this is a good one. Okay, see ya.